Hey rock stars, it's day 11. Hey, it's day 11 of the 21-day spring clean cleanse. And I'm down 10 pounds, which I didn't want to lose weight. I'm just trying to lose inches. So, but I'm still enjoying the cleanse. I twisted my ankle yesterday at a health fair in the parking area. And so I'm just babying my left foot, so staying very close to home. Supposed to be completely off my foot, but I wanted to get up and give you a live hey Jane, hey Bar, hey Jolette, Dennis, hey everybody. So this is day 11 of our 21-day spring clean cleanse, and this is Carla DeRosa, your wellness rock star. You can find more about me at Hey Casey. You can find out more about me at rockit.com, RAWXIT.com. So today I just wanted to do a quick video to tell you about something that I supplement my raw food regimen with that is pretty unusual. So I sprout beans. So when I was growing up, beans, just hold it right there, beans, sprouting beans, that was just not a thing for me and my family. We boiled those beans, boiled them down, right? And so someone gave me some beans, and the reason I didn't take you on my whole bean sprouting journey, which I probably will have a class on it, is because I wasn't sure they're gonna sprout. I wasn't exactly sure where they came from, and if they had been, sometimes beans don't sprout if they've been heat treated, cleaned with heat. And so these are some lentils. So there's some lentils that one of my good friends gave me. And so I decided I cooked some. I soaked a bunch, and half of them I cooked for my family, and the other half I sprouted for myself to have for my raw food. So they started out like this, and what I did was I soaked them in clean filtered alkaline water, and then I rinsed them, and look, the same beans start growing these long tails, almost like the bean sprouts that you get, like soybean sprouts with the long tails, but these are lentils, so their tails are not as long, but I think it's amazing, and they taste really, really good. And so it's an easy process, but it is a multi-step process. So Dr. Ann Wigmore, one of the pioneers in raw food, she kind of learned how to sprout by mistake. She had this monkey, and he was very sick, and they were going to put him down. Hey, Beth Carter. And she's a researcher, and she had a really big heart. I mean, that was the whole thing. She was helping people, reverse their cancer symptoms and get their health back together. So she didn't want to put the monkey down, so she let the monkey live with her at her apartment. And so the monkey could not eat, had very weak digestion. So she tried to make beans for the monkey, but the monkey was having problems even digesting cooked beans. So she had an idea to soak these beans and then cook them, to get the enzyme inhibitor off. Remember from the other day, enzyme inhibitor? That's right. And so, but she got busy and she forgot about the beans, and the beans started sprouting. So the tiny little lentils, and she also perfected sprouting mung beans. I don't know if you can see these. Yeah, there you go. They started sprouting like this and getting these long tails. Well, the monkey came back to life. That's the end of the story. The monkey started eating these sprouted beans and came back to life. So the idea is that each one of these beans wants to make a bush and make thousands and maybe millions of themselves over time. So the life force potential in sprouted microgreens and sprouted beans and sprouted nuts and seeds is measured to be exponential. And that was part of Dr. Ann Wigmore's work, was to measure how much more potential, life-giving potential were in sprouted foods versus dried, more inert food that had to be cooked versus the living food. So when people ask you what's the difference between raw and living? Living food actually is alive. Like you could plant it and it would still grow. Whereas raw food means it just hasn't been cooked, but it might have been chopped or whatever, like carrot sticks. That's a raw food, right? Shaved sweet potatoes that are shaved up, and you eat those. That's raw because it wasn't cooked. But this is living, because I could actually plant those and they would make a baby, make a bush, make thousands, millions of other lentil plants over time. All right, so that's it. That's your day 11 tip for your spring clean cleanse. If you want to diversify, I would start with adzuki beans. Mung beans and lentils are the easiest to sprout, and they're good to sprout. Some beans you can't sprout, like black beans, aren't good to sprout. So you want to sprout beans that we know are good to sprout, and also beans that are easy to sprout. Adzuki, lentil, and what did I say? Mung. Mm-hmm. So the key is try to get them organic. When they're organic, they have not been cleaned with hot water. That means they have the potential to grow these little tails and become a living food for you. Now, if you get some beans from Kroger, you're taking your chance. Chances are they've been processed, they've been washed with hot water, especially if they're not organic, then they probably won't sprout. So these, even though, who knew, these are like some generic lentil beans, they ended up being able to sprout. I was very surprised, and I'm going to eat them. And look, I have like a whole half a gallon. I have a half a gallon of, so I guess I better eat these. So I'll show you some things that you could do with them tomorrow in our live. So rock stars, we're on day 11. We're sprouting beans. We're eating sprouted beans. Day 11 of our spring clean, of our 21 day, my daughter is like rolling her eyes, of our 21 day clean, spring clean cleanse. I'm getting the giggles. And I'm Carla DeRosa, your wellness rock star, signing off. So good to be with you. Have a good night. Peace.
Great.
Turn it off.
Okay.